Hello, everyone. I'm Joel from Blind Channel, and you are listening to Brutally Delicious podcast.
Nice to meet you, Joel. How are you doing?
Oh, great! Oh, great! It's midnight here in Finland. We're ready for the final shows in Finland after we hit to Middle Europe and UK for the next tour. So, pretty good.
I was looking at what you guys are doing, and it seems like it's nonstop go for you guys right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been like this for almost 1.5 years because we kind of made the big breakthrough with Dark Side, and after that we started to record the album, and now we've been touring all the time. So yeah, it's pretty much mayhem all the time.
Is it hard to balance the touring and the writing process? Because when a band breaks, right, the record company's always ready for the next record to get going, but you also have to go out and promote the current record and tour and meet fans and do all that stuff.
I think it's super important to remember that the reason why you are touring, like playing big shows, is that because you have good music that people loves to hear and come to hear and see you playing that songs live. So I think it's super important to remember there is the good song. So you have to always remember that you gotta go in the studio, you gotta write more songs, and yeah, try to make your best out of it. So yeah, that's how we remember that we need to also go to the studio and write some more great songs.
So do you guys record at a home studio? Do you go to a big studio? Is it kind of like a combination?
It's kind of like combination. We have mini studios. I think we record like drums and guitars and bass guitars in a big studio where we have like an engineer, and after that we go to kind of like more home studio where we do vocal production and the whole song production itself. So I think it's kind of like combination of all that. And for sure after that we send the tracks to UK where Dan Lancaster is doing the mixing process. So there's a
Wow.
lot of cooks in the soup, if you
That's
can
good.
say it like that.
That's awesome.
So I imagine all this hard work pays off though, because you won 6 Finnish Grammy Awards and you're the most streamed Finnish artist in 2021, right? For Dark Side?
Yeah, it's been paying off really well. Last year and this year has been like pure blast for us. We've had a great success. We've got a lot of like nominations, or we won some awards. We got some like platinum and gold records. So like overall, it's been like a really winning circle for us. But for sure, we know that the future and the tomorrow is coming. So we need to always look for the future, look ahead, look what's coming up, and be prepared that we have a great songs to come up next year, and also that we have a plans for the future as well, because we don't want to lay here and be like, okay, we made it, now we can chill out. That's something you got to remind yourself that this is not over yet. You have to always come back, always be better, and always push a little harder.
A good friend of mine who got quite successful in music, his theory was every time you start, it's a new beginning, and you have to treat it as though you're just starting out every time.
That's
You have to have that same hunger.
that's really great. I think I've been thinking that way as well, because now when we write like the fifth album already, we know that we kind of made it with the fourth album. Now we are a band that we have sold out shows in Germany, in UK, in Finland, and hopefully in USA as well soon.
Please
So
come.
yeah, so I think that even though we kind of made it and we're playing the big stages, we have a lot of fans. There's still a lot more audience to gain, and like there's a lot more places to go, and you know, I got that point. It's really good to remind yourself that this is not over, and this is not the final battle we have. So there's
So here's a personal point of privilege question. Since you're in Europe, was playing Vakken, like one of like the most epic times of your life?
Absolutely. I mean, it was really early. We played like I think it was 11:30 a.m. when the set started. So we were the openers of the main stage. I remember I woke up like 4 hours before the show time, and it felt unreal to wake up and crack a beer and be like, "Let's go on stage. Let's go to fucking Wacken open air main stage."
Right.
And it felt unreal to go there. But when we saw that behind the curtain flag, so when we saw the people jumping and screaming their lungs off, and we saw all the mosh pits and all that, so yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the best moments of my life so far. But I know this is only the beginning. We have to aim for even bigger stuff and probably headline Wacken some year.
There you go.
Well, there I see. I like this, but like as someone who plays heavy music, there's like two festivals in the world that really I think about, and one is Wacken, which you have to play if you're a heavy band and you want to be successful. Number two, 70,000 tons of metal.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think that in USA there's like Resurrection Festival, and then there is I think Northfest, and there's a lot of big festivals that I would love to play.
What's the one in Vegas? There's a huge
Psycho Las Vegas.
Psycho Las Vegas. It's a huge metal
I know
festival.
that.
Yeah.
It's really huge. But yeah, also I think Aftershock, all these radio festivals, and for sure the legendary Warped Tour was just on another level.
I missed that. Yeah.
That was great times. And yeah, for sure, you're right. I think right now Wacken Open Air and 70,000 tons of metal. Yeah, they're both really great. And yeah, I can't wait for the next trip to USA. I think it will be next year, hopefully on the spring, but I think at the latest on the fall 23. We just have to find the right kind of tour to fit in and yeah, do that. But yeah, I can't wait for that. It's a country that I love a lot. So yeah.
How much pressure do you put on yourselves to write or to top the album that just came before? Like you had such success with this last record with Dark Side on it. How much pressure do you have to write the new one like Lifestyles of Sick and Dangerous?
I would lie if I would say that none, but for sure there is a lot of pressure. We wanna be the biggest band on the planet, and we need to write some pure fucking insane tracks. We need to evolve as a band. We need to evolve the whole heavy music genre. We need to come up with something really new. There needs to be something that has never heard before. Like you remember back in early 2000s when new metal happened, like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot. They had really something new going on. The music was influenced by something that wasn't seen in the metal scene before. So we want to do that same thing in 2023 or 4 or whenever the album comes out, because we want to be the fucking pioneers of this whole shit. We want to be the biggest band in the planet, and I know we need to be one step forward to our competitions. So that's the only way how we can do it. So for sure there's a pressure, but we are lucky because we have a plan, a solid fucking plan where we're heading at. We have a lot of song ideas, a lot of demos. So I'm really sure that we can take a huge step forward with the next album as well.
Does the pressure come mostly from yourselves or from the record company?
From ourselves. I think our record sales are really high right now, and the streams are super good. So there is no like panic inside the label, because they know that we've already made a huge fucking demos for the next album. They've heard it, and because they like the demo so much, they offered us a deal for the next album as well. So they trust us, and they know that this is only about timing and luck if they go as well, because they believe in the product as we do, so they need to give it all to make that happen. And I don't know. I think because we have so much fucking we have so much things to achieve. We want to be the biggest band, so for sure we need the biggest fucking tracks ever. And that's when we go to the studio. We need to always remind ourselves that we need to come up with something unique, something new, something super fucking fresh that really goes inside people's hearts and minds. And it's a big question. What is the next big thing? No one knows it, but it is somewhere there in the fucking Pandora box or something. We don't
But
know
it's
it.
possible you
We
could
try to
create it,
open
right?
that Pandora. Yeah, we could create it, and but no one knows that what is the biggest band of this decade. What is going on like 2020s? Like we don't know what is the biggest band yet. One of these bands will be it, but we don't know which one it is. So we are really, really trying to take that spot.
Well,
And
I agree
yeah.
with you. You know, with the state the world is in right now, metal is primed to become mainstream again,
Yep.
right? Because people are feeling aggressive, they're feeling angry, they need an outlet, and there's no better thing than heavy
Absolutely
music.
no. And also, I think because of the Stranger Things and Metallica stuff that is going on, that Master of Puppets went viral because of Stranger Things. It is fucking
Isn't that
crazy. And
crazy?
also, I see on TikTok like Pierce the Whale is going viral. Also, I think Bring Me the Horizon went viral lately. So there is a lot of like angst, and people really need some kind of relief from the pain they have. And I think metal and rock music is the best answer to that
Great.
and best medicine. So
What was that song that was it Master of Puppets that they used on Stranger Things?
yeah. And that went viral like on TikTok, and after that it started to went viral
Imagine,
on Spotify.
imagine being a kid. Like I remember the first time I heard that song and it blew my freaking mind.
Right.
But imagine
here.
being like 10 to 15 years old right now, 10 to 16 years old, and you hear that song for the first time and you're like, who's Metallica? You know,
It's
you have a
crazy.
whole rabbit hole to go down. And then, you know, most people will probably start with the Black Album since it's like
More
one of
palatable.
the biggest metal records of all time, done by arguably one of the best producers of all time,
Yep.
and recording engineers of all time. Like for instance, Bob Rock and Randy Staub, they created an entire sound for metal, and it's still used to this day. That sound is still used.
Yeah. For me, the first Metallica song was Master of Puppets that I heard. I think I was 14 or 15 years old, and it really blew my mind away. I think right now the same thing is happening over and over again because Metallica is such an influential band. I think they are the first big metal band ever in the mainstream. And I totally understand that why they have the crown still, like why they are the biggest band still. It's like it's all natural, but there still needs to be the follow up for that because they're not gonna live forever. Their legacy will, but there needs to be new bands always coming up and taking the stadiums and the
Oh
headline
yeah,
slots of the festival.
absolutely,
So why not Blind Channel?
absolutely.
Yeah, hell no, why not? I mean, we are. I'm the oldest of the band, 28.
Whoa.
The guys are 25 to 26, so we have a lot of time to make it happen. And yeah, there's a lot of work.
I would love to be 28 again.
I'm still 29, but I think it's the same thing. So I'm not 30 yet. So
Yeah. Well, when I turned 40, I was like, oh man. And now I'm 46 and I'm like, oh man.
Chris is old as
it's
fuck.
not bad yet.
Yeah, Chris is old
Yeah,
as
but Bruce
fuck.
is
I'm
50
sorry.
what? You're 50 what?
54. What the fuck? How'd I get here?
50. Yeah, but we're still metalheads.
No
and
worries.
we do a metal podcast.
I mean,
Right?
you're doing great.
Metal never dies. That's the thing.
Hell no. It's like,
Metal never dies. Only the people that listen to it, you know, as they get old do. That's
yeah,
it.
it keeps going on forever. And I don't like care about the age that much. I think how you live, how you keep living your life, how you treat yourself. If you stay away from drugs and all that shit, you can be fucking fresh in your 40s or 50s. Like it doesn't matter how old are you if you keep living the life the way you want and you treat yourself goodly. And that's what I believe. Like there's no fucking age limits in rock and roll.
No.
You can
Are
be
you saying,
60, fucking 70 something and
if I read between the lines, are you saying
I mean, look at Halford.
yeah, absolutely.
But like, look at Halford. How old is Halford? 73. I just saw him a few months ago, and he did Painkiller flawlessly, even ad-libbed. And I was just like, he's 73. The guy can barely walk. He can barely walk right now, and he's still just nailing Painkiller.
Yeah.
I don't even know a singer in their 20s that could nail Painkiller.
I mean, no one gives a shit. You can just there is no limitations. You can just if you treat yourself right way, you are always ready for something new, and you keep refreshing your style, and you don't get stuck in the past. You can be whatever you want.
Right.
Sorry, 1 second. I have to turn off my video. I agree with you. Now, there is a real big cliche out there called LSD. And I'm not talking about the drug. I'm talking about lead singer disease.
Yeah.
And yeah. So how do you guys kind of break that cliche and have two singers in the band without having egos get in the
That's
way?
I think it's the humble minds we have, because we know that if we would go on stage alone with the microphone, we would be screwed, because we know that when you go on stage, like a big stage, with a friend that is like having your back in the moment when you are doing the part where you are the lead singer, it feels so fucking good to have someone that you can lean on. It feels like, imagine going on a adventure with a fucking motorcycle or hiking to mountains or something like that. Would it be nicer to go with a friend or alone? I mean, for sure you're more happy if you have a friend. Like you can share that pressure and also the happy moments with the friend. So that's how we see it, and also we see that our music can sound.
You see,
even
now
more
we're breaking
bigger with two
down the
vocalists.
prejudice
Like-
against singers, and I like that because I know a lot of singers, and they're just singers. They sing in a band and they love it, but everyone's like, "Oh, singers have lead singer disease. They're always so prissy. They're always so this. They're always so that." But they're not. They're just singing. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to realize that you are not the owner of the world. Even if it's your show, you're the singer. If like, let's think like bands that has a one singer, they can probably think that this is their moment. They are the fucking stars. But it only lasts the 60 minutes, like, or 45 minutes or whatever the show is. So after that, they need to realize that they're only humans, like we all are. It doesn't matter what you do as a job. So for me, I always try to make the show feel like I want to do it all over again. So for me, it's easier to go on stage with someone else that is singing. For sure, if there could be like 3 singers, it would be too much, because then the attention spreads too much. But if there's 2 singers, there's the amount of attention you want, you can get it, but you still can kind of like rest at some points, and you can be more in the back. You can give that spotlight to someone else, and then you can be in the spotlight. So I love the kind of the dual thing. It feels pretty good, and I always loved it.
Well,
Since Linkin Park, I mean, they have the same.
So
thing.
this is why I asked this question. So please forgive me. I'd never heard of this band before, of your band before today. So I was like doing the research this morning, And first thing I always do is, okay, I'm going to listen to the single on the from the sheet. So I put up the single, and I'm like, is there two singers, or is this a song with an alter ego? And I was just like, I'm not really sure what's happening here. And then I went and did more research. Oh yeah, there is two singers. That's very cool. They really blend together well. They back each other up. When one's singing, the other one's goes on there, and it really fit together better than I've heard a lot of bands that have tried the two singer route before.
Thank you so much. We heard that a lot, and I guess one of the things that also, because we are huge Linkin Park fans, so we always love that how it looks when there's two singers going cross on stage and backing each other up like Mike and Chester. So I don't know. It's there's many ways that why we want to do it this way, and it's not a problem for me. I mean, I can go on like this forever. This is better than being alone.
Yeah. And Linkin Park, I love Linkin Park. I don't think they really get the credit they deserve. Like, I mean, they get a lot of credit, but I don't think they get the credit they deserve. When that first single came out, it blew the shit out of radio in the United States and Canada.
Yeah,
Like, you couldn't turn the radio on without hearing that song.
I can imagine.
And that whole record, you couldn't turn the radio on. I don't even know how many singles they released. It felt like 10 for that record.
Yeah.
You know, like, I was like, you don't even need to buy the record because the whole record's on the radio all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I remember I think I was in the first grade, and in the end, the video was playing on MTV Europe. We have the same kind of like we had the same MTV here. There was a little different videos, but many of the videos were American bands. So I remember I came from school. I put on the TV. There was in the end video playing. The year was 2001, I think, and it felt so fucking unreal to see that band like doing the thing on the fucking huge, what is that, statue or something where they play, and
Yeah.
it's raining, and it was just on another level. Even though I was on the first grade, and I still could kind of like understand all the lyrics, even though English is not my first language. I can still like understand what is going on. Like I tried so hard and got so far. I got the lyrics when I was fucking 7 years old,
Yeah.
and that was crazy.
Yeah. It's amazing. Bruce?
No, so what's
Bruce
next
is
for you?
frozen. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Hey, what's next for you guys? Are you guys planning on doing a tour? You taking this out on the road, or what's coming up?
We have now one final week in Finland. We do 4 shows. Now we have 3 shows in a row. We play like big festivals here. After that, we go to Germany. We have a couple of like promo things there. I don't know. We can't tell what is going on, but there's big promotional things coming up in Germany. After that, we start to tour in Germany. So we play 10 shows in a row in Germany. Then we go to UK. We play 5 shows in UK. All the big cities like London, Manchester, all that stuff. Then we go back to Middle Europe. We go to Spain, Italy, France, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, all these fucking big countries in Europe. After that, we come back to Finland. We have 1 month break here. We're gonna like recover, go to gym, eat fresh, try to sleep, see our families, all that stuff. And then we come back to LA in November to write songs for 3 weeks. We'll be in LA for 3 weeks. We take new pictures, we do promotion, we write a lot of songs with different producers. Then we come back from LA. We have final shows in Finland, and then we have the first arena headline show in Helsinki. It's 7,000 people coming. And after that, I think this era called Lifestyles of the Sick and Dangerous is somehow done. But we don't know yet. But there's a lot of plans what is coming after this year, because we want to end the year with the bang. So we have the Helsinki Ice Hall Arena show. And after that, we want to keep it as a mystery. We don't know yet, but this is the end of the year plan for the final 4 months, and yeah, it's pretty hectic, but
You guys
we
are
love it.
grinding. You're grinding for sure, but I mean, I guess the proof is in the pudding, right? The results are there, and it's quite amazing.
I have an off question. How hard is it since Brexit to tour into the UK?
Touring UK.
How, like, since
Well-
Brexit happened, now you got to get visas and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
For sure, it kind of makes it harder. Like you just can't go there like before. You can just, like, I remember 2018, you could just take a fucking ferry and go there. But right now, you have to work on visas. You have to do some paper stuff. You have to, when you go to the border, you have to meet some people and like all that stuff. But to be honest, when you come from a Nordic country like Sweden, Finland, or Norway, with the passport of these countries, you can go anywhere. Like
Okay.
USA, no problem. You can just walk in when they see that passport is from Sweden or Finland or Norway. They're like, this is a Nordic country. They are the best country in the world. Like all the Nordic countries, they have a lot of money. The healthcare system is super well done. People are mostly non-criminals, so everything works. And in that case, I would say that UK is pretty easy for us, but not for every band. So
Yeah.
for us it's easy, and also because we have a lot of ticket sales there, and we have a big medias like Kerrang and Rock Sound writing about us. So we have a proof that we need to come to the country, do our work.
Yeah. 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 No, the US treats Canadians the same way.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you're Canadian?
On in.
Like, don't even need a visa. Come on in.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's something magical with the North. When you come from North, like Canada or Nordic country in Europe, people are somehow humble and really hardworking, and you can trust the people from North. I don't know why it is like that, but
I think it's because they're
People are
always so
super-
fucking cold.
yeah, you have to trust people.
And sitting in
You
the
know,
dark.
fucking
Like,
dying in
there's-
this cold.
They're so fucking cold, they don't have time to do anything bad, so they just learn shit. They're
Yeah.
like, I'm so fucking cold, I'm dying, I better read a book.
Yeah,
Inside.
that's true. That's true.
That's all
You
I
got it
have,
right.
Chris. You got anything else, Chris?
I don't. I think that was a good way to end it there.
Great.
Yeah.
Joel, thank you for taking the time. I
Cool,
really
man.
appreciate it.
No worries. It's all good. And yeah, this was good talk and everything. So yeah, hopefully see you soon in the USA.
All right, take care, my friend.
Cool. Keep us if you come stateside, let us know so that we can help you guys out.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Take care, my friend.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Hello out there. Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.